Bienvenidos a M2, gracias por estar con nosotros. Tenemos muy buena música y muy buenos movimientos. Soy Susi Moscatel y hoy tenemos una entrevista muy especial que hizo Ivette Salgado en Xcaret. ¿Pero de quién estamos hablando? Bueno, estamos hablando precisamente del coreógrafo, director, creativo Wheeldon, Christopher, para quien no lo tiene tan cerca de su corazón. Él, exitosísimo coreógrafo de Broadway, por ejemplo, Un americano en París, de él, y el fenómeno de MJ, The Musical, el musical de Michael Jackson, que actualmente es uno de los musicales más vistos del mundo, que ganó 4 Tonys la temporada pasada. Bueno, él es el coreógrafo residente del Festival de Música que acaba de terminar en Xcaret, Paax, y que verdaderamente es impresionante la forma en la que él está trabajando, pues también con los grandes talentos mexicanos como Alondra de la Parra. ¿Qué proyectos vienen? Ivette Salgado, vamos contigo.
Thank you so much for this interview. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And I would like to know, how do you feel about coming back to Mexico with this amazing show that you are giving to the people here in the festival?
It's such a huge pleasure to be back. I think this year even more exciting because last year we were able to bring we had two Mexican dancers with us. Mm-hmm. This year we had 3 beautiful talents dancing outside of Mexico, and for me it's such a pleasure to be able to introduce some of the talent, the major talent, that Mexican talent that's gone out to companies in the world, schools out in the world, and actually give them the chance to come back and dance at home. Jose Pablo Castro Cuevas had never danced for his father, for example. So his dad came yesterday, and it was really emotional for them to be able to dance in Mexico. And then, of course, exciting to bring all of the things that I love, the elements that I love about ballet and contemporary ballet and Broadway, to an audience that is hungry and excited to have this experience. And this year, you know, Tchaikovsky, of course, was one of the great composers for ballet. And so I wanted to take these 2 Tchaikovsky pieces, the Tchaikovsky Pas de Deux, which was the opening of the show, and then my Nutcracker Pas de Deux, and sort of build the program around them. I'll always look for variety so that the audience is entertained in sort of different ways, different nuances, different styles of musical styles. And then my choreography dominates because, you know, it's easy for me to bring work that I know and that the dancers know. So in a way that sort of ties, I guess, all the different musical elements together.
Yeah. What do you think about the Mexican dancers? Because, well, even you have worked with them, I think that Mexico had a special thing talking about dancers.
Quality, yeah. I was just saying before in another interview, there is Mexican dancers they're very theatrical. They have a very easy access to their emotions, and that's something really that you can't teach a dancer. You can teach them technique, but you can't teach them artistry. You can't teach them that kind of access to the heart and using their own, like an actor in a way, using their own experience, their own warmth, their own connectivity as people to then drive them as dancers. And I think that's one of the things that I love so much. And they're always really, really nice people to work with in the room.
Yeah.
You know, I think
something that I really love about this festival is, besides to seeing all these people together, is the social work that Alondra is doing for helping children in their education, musical education. What do you think about that?
I love it, and I'm really, really hoping, was just talking with some of the dancers before they left today, that we can start to branch out a little bit into dance as well. And I don't think we, to the same extent that Alondra can with music, because she's here longer. She has a big team who, our team is smaller, but I think as the festival grows and as we grow and as the dance contingent of the festival grows, that maybe next year we'll start to begin some small program as well to bring kids in to Xcaret to meet with these dancers and to work with them and take classes. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. I hope we can make it happen. I'm pretty sure that we can. Because what better than music and dance for a child to experience at this level with these artists?
Y sí, la verdad es que MJ The Musical es una cosa enloquecida. Es maravilloso. Es como sí haber visto a Michael Jackson antes de que Michael Jackson cayera en una espiral del terror. Pero no solamente tenemos lo que Chris Wheeldon ha hecho allá. Sí, trayendo lo más profundo de la literatura mexicana moderna, porque yo todavía lo considero muy actual, como Agua para chocolate, pero en ballet. Y es que Wheeldon precisamente acaba de estrenar esto y nos da todos los detalles de qué va y cómo lo lograron.
So talking about como Agua para chocolate, what is important for you to present this story in the Metropolitan Opera House in New York? Because I think that it's so important as a woman as me that somebody like you present this story written by a Mexican woman, talking about a Mexican woman. What is important for you?
Well, I mean, I think it's all tied into my appreciation, more than my appreciation, my love for Mexican culture and art, Mexican art and food, Mexican food.
Of course.
Of course. Really, like if anyone says, and I'm not saying this because I'm sitting here with all of you guys, but really, Mexican food is the best cuisine in the world. I mean, don't try to feed me French food. I'm not interested. Like, I want guacamole. I want a really good mole. I want pollo de pipián. I want so good. The flavors are amazing. But I think, I fell in love with this story when I was 19. I saw the movie before I read the book. And just by accident, I was in New York, just passing the movie theater, and I saw the poster, and I thought, like Water for Chocolate. Sounds interesting. What is that? And then I read the book, and my experiences here in Mexico, first as a tourist, then meeting Alondra, and some more artistic friends in Mexico City, and just really falling more and more deeply in love with the culture. 15, 20 years later, I'm like, maybe it's time to take this story that I love so much and put it on stage. And Alondra is the right partner to do this with. And if Laura gives me her blessing, which she more than did, she even worked a little bit with me on the story, and then I'm going to try. And I know it's these days quite controversial because there's a lot of talk, of course, much more cultural awareness in the world, and it's absolutely right that we're in a position now where we really have to think carefully about how we represent cultures. But I felt very confident with Laura and Alondra by my side, two Mexican women, very strong Mexican women.
Yeah, of course.
And these characters are beautiful, rich, so well integrated, so full of heart, and it's really a woman's story because actually the men are jerks pretty much across the board. Even Pedro is a little bit like, I mean, really? I know you're in love, dude, but...
Yeah.
Y ustedes dirán, qué maravilla, qué bonito, pero pues no tengo planes próximamente, ojalá y sí, ¿no? Pero para ir a ver estas maravillas a Nueva York, Estados Unidos, pues Chris le dijo a Ivette Salgado que tiene proyectos importantes respecto a MJ The Musical, Michael Jackson el musical, y por supuesto como Agua para chocolate, para que sí los podamos ver aquí en México. Déjenme decirles, MJ el musical entiendo la controversia, porque Michael Jackson viene con controversia, pero la forma en la que se narra esa historia acaba en 1992. Es una retrospectiva de lo que fue la carrera de su infancia cuando estaba preparando precisamente la gira que terminó en México antes de que empezaran todos los problemas. Y cuando uno ve a los actores y al actor que este hombre entrenó para que fueran igualitos a Michael Jackson en esos momentos, uno enloquece. Uno enloquece. No puedo esperar para ver esto y como agua para chocolate en México. Así que los dejamos con él y con algo de sus grandes creaciones y con ello nos despedimos. Soy Susi Moscatel. Muchísimas gracias y hasta la próxima.
As a choreographer, how is important for you to take the Michael Jackson story to put in a stage like this nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge honor and very complicated. Again, culturally very complicated. Both Como Agua and Michael Jackson, I was working on them both at the same time. But this work, this music and dance, is on such a high level. And, you know, Michael's life was very complicated. We know that, we get it, we understand that. But this music and this dance is going to live forever with everyone because he connects everyone. We all know Billie Jean.
No matter time.
Yeah, we all know Thriller. Everyone knows Thriller. Everyone knows Billie Jean, and everyone knows the signature moves, the hat, the glove. There's something about this this music, this art that will live forever. And so to be able to take some of that and present it in a new way, in a new context, was really exciting. And I hope we can bring it to Mexico one day.
Amazing.
Both, actually, Como Agua too. It's like praying that we'll be able to do that.
Both of them?
Both of them, and MG too,
Awesome.
yeah.